Dad, I found Mom's secret diary. My daughter held it up like a trophy, innocent, proud. She didn't see the tremor in my hand or the ice in my chest. The drawer it came from had always been locked, always. I didn't move, just stared at the leather-bound book, aged at the corners, the clasp undone, like it wanted to be found. We were cleaning out her study, a harmless task, I thought. She was away for the weekend, wellness retreat. The lie rolled off her tongue so easily I didn't even question it, until now. I took the diary. My thumb ran along the edge, hesitant. I didn't want to open it, so I didn't. I called the police. The voice on the other end paused when I explained what we'd found. "We'll send someone immediately," the officer said. That was the moment I knew. This wasn't about infidelity. This was something worse. She always kept her study off limits, said it was for her writing. "Private thoughts," she told me once, smiling. "Nothing you'd want to read." I believed her. The diary looked harmless enough. Brown leather, gold-edged pages, smelled faintly of jasmine and rot. The officer arrived within 20 minutes, young, cautious, polite. He opened it while I stood beside him, hands in fists I didn't realize I'd made. His eyes changed after the first page. By the fifth, he swallowed hard. Then he looked at me. "Sir, where is your wife right now?" My stomach dropped. "What is it?" He didn't answer, just read another line. "She's been documenting things, events, people. You might want to sit down." I didn't. I needed to know. I needed to burn. They didn't arrest her immediately. They didn't even call her. They opened a file, quietly, discreetly. But I wasn't quiet. I copied the diary, every page, every word. I read it at night when the house was dark and my daughter was asleep. She wasn't just cheating, she was orchestrating something, manipulating people, employees, clients, me. There were entries detailing her calculated moves, how she convinced my boss I was unstable, how she gaslit me during therapy, how she moved assets behind my back. She even wrote about my daughter, what she could use her for if things ever turned ugly. My hand would tremble each night turning pages, but I kept reading. I learned about the offshore account, the second phone, the burner identity. I traced every name she mentioned. One man was already missing. Another had died in what was ruled an accident. But she'd written 2 birds, 1 wire. The rage inside me stopped being heat. It became ice. And ice does not scream. It waits. I confronted the officer again. He didn't meet my eyes. "She's being watched," he said. "We're gathering more. But you need to stay calm. Stay calm." While the woman I built my life around documented her crimes like journal entries in a horror novel. They gave me clearance to see surveillance photos. There she was, meeting with a man I didn't recognize. Same one mentioned in her diary. Same one she called the eraser. He disappeared 3 days later. I didn't tell her I knew. Instead, I made breakfast, drove our daughter to school, kissed my wife goodnight, and I recorded everything. Her phone calls, her searches, her passwords. The day I found the flight booking to Cyprus under a different name, I emailed the officer. "This is it," I wrote. He replied with a single word: "Received." The night before her flight, she poured 2 glasses of wine, handed me one. "Can't believe it's been 12 years, she said. I nodded. My smile didn't reach my eyes. She sipped, unaware. I placed a copy of the diary on the table between us, bound with a red ribbon. She looked at it, then at me. She didn't speak, didn't blink. Her hand twitched toward her phone. "Already sent," I said. I watched the color leave her face. "The real one's with the authorities. You're not running." Still, she tried. She grabbed her bag and bolted for the door. 2 unmarked cars pulled up before she could open it. They took her without a word. I stood in the hallway, our daughter's drawing still taped to the wall. I didn't feel relief. I felt nothing. They say she pled guilty to avoid trial. Fraud, conspiracy, suspicion of involvement in 2 deaths. They'll never know everything she did. But I do. I've read her every word. Each one carved something out of me, bit by bit, until I was someone new. Colder, quieter, clearer. My daughter asks where Mom is. I tell her the truth, softened by mercy she didn't deserve. She made choices that hurt people, but she can't hurt us anymore. We live elsewhere now, a small place, clean, honest, the kind of home you build after fire. Sometimes I still see the diary in my mind, every page, every lie. And I smile, because now she's the story no one believes, and I'm the one who wrote the ending. She used a pen to destroy lives, so I used her words to destroy hers.